Where where are the women? Where are the women? There seems to be a shortage of women. Where are the women? Where are they at? They're not on dating apps. They're not on dating apps. There seems to be a shortage of women. There are not enough women. You know, it's been a while since I've been out. If I be like, Pierre, you always out. You know, you always, what do you mean out? You always live streaming downtown. What are you talking about? No. See, that's two different things. When I'm downtown, live streaming, by the way, ZPR 509 on my other YouTube channel. That's what I do. It's like I'm on a different time. You know, I'm there live streaming, watching the bands. I'm doing something for my viewers. It's not really a me thing. It's mostly for my viewers, where a lot of people gather together, and you know, I'm giving the people what they want. And what do they want? They wanna watch the bands. They wanna see what's going outside the street. You know, and that's what I'm there for. I'm not there on personal time. So it was Saturday. I was thinking about it. I was like, I need to go see where the girls at. Yeah, they're downtown. But at the same time, the girls downtown, you know, usually are tourists, which is fine. But I'm looking for local girls. The one downtown are usually tourists, meaning they're just passing by. And I don't really want to pleasure where I work at, if that makes sense. You know, I'm looking at one, I'm not looking at, you know, as I was swimming, because you know, I be holding my camera, I'm swimming, and I'm looking at one, I was like, if I was here on personal time, you know, I'm like, what will I be doing? You know, I'm looking I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, this guy, because it's like, one of the most popular place, it's called Kid, you know the singer Kid Rock. He have a bar downtown called Kid Rock's, you know. That's like one of the biggest popular places, so that's where I'm always at. And it's really big, man. They got like a big floor, and then they have like a big balcony section where you can like stand and look below. It's pretty neat. So as I'm staying, I'm watching the bands, I'm looking below. I was like, what would I be doing? I was like, most likely, you know, if I'm trying to attract women, or the way I used to do it, you know, I'll be having fun, basically. You gotta have fun. To attract women, you gotta have fun. I'll be basically the laugh of the party. Yes, I know I'm an introvert, but I'm like, I was just thinking to myself, or the way I used to do it. You know, I won't be in the bag just kind of like, you know, hiding. I'll be where everybody can see me, and you know, I'll be singing every song, I'll be dancing, and then, you know, if somebody match my energy, that would be my way to kind of like, you know, get them. So I'm looking, I was like, and you know, and I see some guys, that's what they do. And you know, the guys I've seen that have like zero chance, like physically, like they just don't have it, and they're just having fun, and that's fine. I mean, you know, they're out here having a good time. They have a beer in their hand, they're drinking, they're having a good time. You know, they're not trying to approach no woman. They're just, you know, here for the live music, and they're gone. And then of course you will see some simps, you know, who's trying to like inch their way to the ladies. You know, yeah. Which is probably something I would be doing. But then again, and I know places where I can go downtown. Especially I know all the hip hop places in downtown, um, where the ladies can dance on you. But then again, I don't want it to be downtown. Like Jelly Rolls, Rooftop, Nudies, Rooftop. There are girls in there. But it's like because I work there, I didn't want to do it there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, so I pull up my phone. I was like, I need to go somewhere off Broadway. You know what I'm saying? So I found out there's a spot that opened up down the street from me where I live. I was like, okay, cool. That look like a new spot. And it's just 5 minutes away from their house. Maybe if I meet somebody, I can take her there. So I went in there. I was like, dating apps are cook. I'm not having no success in dating app. One, I'm not that active, and two, there's just too many guys trying to smash the same girl. I was like, let me go in real life and see if I still got it. And and then again, I practice what I preach. Because like I don't try to sell luxury lifestyle. Like, I know I'm doing fairly well for myself. Can't complain. For once in my life, I've had more than 507. For once in my life. I'm not saying I only have $500. I'm just saying that. Let me put it this way. For once in my life, I have more than $100 in my saving. I had my saving account as long as I can remember, and I could never save to save my life. Since the divorce, I started working, and I'm able to save. Not much, but it's like, I remember the first time I saw $100 in my account, I was like, in my saving account, I was like, wow, that is cool. Because usually, I used to have to, and I can make another video about that on the finance part of it. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I'm not a flashy person. The flashiest I am is like, you probably hear me at the stoplight because I like the bass, I like the audio. But as far as like outside the car, I don't care for rims. I do have tinted window because I like my privacy, but I don't care for rims. I don't care for none of that. But I do like the noise, which I need to stop doing because I don't want to be deaf. I've been doing a lot of noise downtown in my car, Except when I come here, I cut off everything. So I went to this place down the street. I was like, okay, I've been swimming all day. It's midnight. I talk to my people. I wish them good night. So I was like, all right. And nightclubs usually get busy around midnight. At least the black clubs. I was like, I want to go to a black club. Not specific a black club. I just wanted to go to like a dance club, not like a live music, like a DJ type dance club. That way the girls can opt in, wild out. So I went in there. There was some group of friends in there, and I was like, looks like they wasn't too busy, but it was. It was fairly, let me see, I would say it was about 60 people in there. It's a new club. Even as soon as I put up in the parking lot, I'm like, I don't look too busy. But I was like, okay, cool. So I went in there, And again, like I said, I dress regular, man. I had this shirt on, and then I just had some regular black pants on, some Skechers shoes. That's how I present myself. I don't present myself as, you know, Gucci jacket, Louis Vuitton, Polo. You know, I try to be simple to attract the type of people that I'm trying to attract. Because I'm not trying to attract a gold digger. I'm not trying to attract, you know, something like, oh, he got money, he can, no. I'm trying to attract a normal girl, if that makes sense. So I dress as a normal person. So I went to the end of the bar. First of all, I went to the restroom because I had to pee. You know, as you go to the restroom, it's like, you know, people looking at you and stuff. You know, I kind of like ignore them, but I still see them, if that makes, you know, seeing a lot of ladies. I was like, okay, cool. The ladies, they're outside. Okay, they're outside. And there wasn't that much guys in there. And the guys that was in there had somebody with them. I was like, okay, cool. I might have good chance here. Okay, cool. So I went to the end of the bar. You know, I scanned the little barcode. You know, I put in my order. And then I was looking for somewhere to sit. I noticed in the other side of the bar, there was some empty chairs. So I moved over to one of them. And there was a shorty with her friends. You know, a light-skinned shorty. Beautiful. With her friends. And then, I ain't gonna hold you. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Meaning I ain't gonna lie to you. 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 I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I never, not one time do I ever lie to you. I never lie to you guys. I was a little shy. I was a little shy. I ain't gonna, can I be honest? Can I be honest? I was a little shy. So I just kind of like kept to myself, but I knew she was giving me the signal. She was just giving me the signal, meaning, you know, I sit next to her, and then it's like they had some TVs, you know, on the bar, and then the DJ was like over there. It's like every time I look, you know, I'm over there peeping the area. She just kept looking in my direction, and she just kept talking to her friends. You know, I just felt like she was waiting for me to make the first step. You know, like there was even a point she got up, you know, she went dancing, you know, twerk a little bit. Her friend was cheering her on, you know, and I look over there, I saw her. I was like, okay, cool. And she came back and sat down, and while I was waiting on my food, which took forever, by the way. But I was like, okay, they knew. They probably short on staff, you know. Reason why I didn't talk to that girl next to me is because, one, I was shy. I ain't gonna hold you. I was shy. And two, I was like, you know, I ain't no simp, meaning, you know, I mean, I could have easily be like, yo, can I buy you something or whatever? I mean, like, they was holding her on. They was minding their own shit. But I could have been like, yo, can I buy you something? I could have talked to her, you know what I'm saying? But it looked like she kind of like, I felt like, you know, because I was by myself, single. Like, I'm by myself. I dress, like I said, normal. And I felt like I was seen, you know, because I look around, you know, so they look at me. And I know what that means. So I was like, okay, cool. And like I said, just regular. I wasn't being flashy or nothing. You know, straight from work, black shirt, and I got my pants on. But I felt like, you know, it's kind of like, there was some shorties over there too. They was having fun, you know, singing, whatever. You know, I look at them, and I look at the one next to me. And I kind of like just glanced at her. I didn't want to be too, you know what I'm saying? But I was to myself, like, you know, I was just to myself. I didn't want to feel... One, I was shy, I ain't going to hold you. When I was shy, and two, I didn't want to feel too desperate, you know, like trying to talk to everyone in the bar. But but I felt like and I had better chance there than the apps, you know. Um, and I felt, like I said, I felt like I was seen. I felt, you know, hey, I need to go. I need to go outside more, man. I just don't be, you know. I need to go outside more. Uh, you know, that way I can meet people, like, you know. So your argument probably like, yo, Pierre, what's up with all these? You know, what happened to, you know, you done with women? First of all, I never said I was done with women. Now I might have said I'm done with like relationship, which I am, and I'm, you know, I ain't trying to marry nobody. But I don't mind dating somebody, seeing somebody, talking to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm still a man. And it's like, I work hard. And a little entertaining here and now ain't gonna hurt nothing. But nah, man, yeah, maybe next week. Next week again, I might go back next week. And, because, you know, they're still opening. I might go back next week, you know, and but not like I felt seen, so that's kind of like a good feeling. It was a good feeling because in the apps I don't feel like I've been seen, but like in real life I felt seen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. It was a good little feeling, man. It was a good little feeling. It's just, and like I said, I'm over here thinking I should like title this video. And then in apps I'm invisible, but in real life I felt seen. Cause at first I was gonna title this video, where are the women? So it's like I got two things going on. Which one do I want to go with? But I do feel like there is a shortage of women. But I feel like I just go outside. If you are a gentleman, if you are looking for a woman, you have better chance in real life. You know, it's like one of those. There's a line. You have to be present to win. Yes, she might have 100, 1,000 dudes on her DM, but if you are there with her at the moment, you might have a good chance of getting what you're looking for. So go outside, gents. Go outside. Just go outside and be yourself. Don't overdo it. You know, it's like. And another thing is like, I'm like, man, I'm 37 years old, man. Those days are behind me. But as a man, I don't think those days are never behind you. As a woman, you should be home sitting down somewhere. But as a man, I don't feel like, you know, but you have to go out. You have to be present to win, you know. You have to go outside. Because the dating apps are not where it's at. Although it's very convenient, you know, because even after the club, I came home in my bed. I was like, okay, cool. So I went to the dating apps, trying to see, you know, who's online. I was like, where are the women? Where are they? You know, where are the women? You know, but what I'm going to be doing, Fridays and Saturdays, probably Saturday nights, I'm just going to go outside. I don't think I want to do downtown because I work there. You know, I don't want to do it where I work there. And there's a lot of tourists. I want somebody local. There are some locals do go downtown, but nah. I'm going to go to the local spots, even if I go to some local bars. You know, that's what I'm going to be doing after work. You know, I'm going to go to a local place. You know, different of them. You know, there's even a little Mexican place I might check out. Hispanic place. Just to try to meet people. You know, I'm not like desperate to meet anybody, but just to like meet people, and then I will report back to you guys and tell you guys the status. You know, so in concluding, is go outside. Just you have to go outside. I felt sin last night. Although I was shy, and I felt, I felt good. I felt sin, like I said, I wasn't trying nothing. I didn't go in there with I had on some Skechers shoes. I felt sin like a real woman. Like, look, I could literally go there with I don't have no work uniform, but, a real woman will look at a guy and she will know the difference between poor and broke or quiet successful. She would just know. And I don't know, I just felt sin, if that makes sense, right? I'm just sitting there, I was on my phone just trying to I was on my own world just trying, which I think that's gonna be my strategy, till I'm more outgoing, to just especially if I'm hungry, I'll go to a spot, order me some food or something to drink and just chill. And then if cause I'm not a simp. I'm not like a goofy dude. Just be like, gonna go to girl. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, let me buy this. Hey, no. But if the white woman come along, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I did feel simple. I felt seen. They saw me. They saw me last night, man. They saw me. So I'm back to the I'm back outside, guys. Go outside. Go outside. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of clubs outside downtown in Nashville. But I'm gonna start going outside and going for the music, going for the food, going for the drink, going for me. Meaning but I'm not, if I'm in somebody cool, if I don't, I don't. But go outside. Go outside. That's my advice.